Obviously now, COVID-19, well, pandemic situation, we've all kind of slipped out of our regular routines. Hopefully we're adjusting and finding a new one by now. But I find that waking up at the same time or a similar time every morning really helps, just to make sure that you're not, sleeping into like 12, 1 p.m. kind of thing, because that can really eat away at your day.
Sleep early and get up early would always be my proverb, a Chinese saying. A day's plan starts with an early morning.
What I've been able to do, even though given the constraints of the pandemic, what I've found to be really useful is to space out your time. I'm more of a day person, and I accord my study load more within the morning and then in the afternoon. Spacing between those are smaller breaks of about 10 minutes. So after about 40 minutes of continuous studies, especially when I'm listening to lectures, and then I'll take a break. For example, by drinking tea or just strolling outside, just having a little bit of a walk near green spaces where possible. And at mealtimes, those are what I would designate as my bigger, more significant breaks.
Well, I've got to be honest here. For my first 2 years at university, my planning and my task delegation, my routines, it was absolutely terrible. I would often leave things to the last minute, my study notes and everything, they were just all over the place. One of the big things that I really found helped me was just writing everything down as soon as you got it. So if you were to get an assignment date or a task in class, literally just writing it down on a piece of paper or typing up a note.
So to prepare for the final major exams and assessments, I like to keep a diary and write down within the next few weeks small tasks and small parts of the assignments that I can get done gradually and tick them off, rather than leaving the assignment to last minute where you panic and you get really overwhelmed by the major assignments. So this way you have a few weeks where you can engage in the content and also think of new ideas along the way that you didn't previously pick up, and you're not overwhelmed by the amount of work that you have to do, and you can get the job done slowly.
I really recommend that before you start studying, have a look through your calendars. What is due soon? Write down your priorities and focus that for as much as you can for the day.
I write a massive to-do list, so everything I have to do up until final start. And then I use a method that I separate them by level of urgency, level 1 being the most urgent and level 4 being the least urgent. So for level 1 urgency, I have to do them immediately, as soon as possible. And level 2, I just have to outline the task, so it's kind of halfway done. And level 3 are tasks that can wait, so I just, delay and delegate them. And level 4 tasks, I usually don't do it. It's just stuff that if I have extra time to do it, I'll do it. But if I don't stress about it.
The matrix consists of 4 quadrants, which represent quadrant 1, important and urgent, quadrant 2, important and not urgent, quadrant 3, urgent and not important, and quadrant 4, not urgent and not important.
We spend less time on activities that are not important, regardless of their urgency, in order to gain time to focus on activities that are not urgent but important. So focusing on these important activities allows you to gain greater control over your time.
For apps, I recommend this app called Forest. So Forest is an app that helps you stay away from your phone and stay focused. So within this app, you can set a time limit, and once you set the time and press start, your tree will basically start to grow. And if you cannot resist the temptation and come back to the phone and browse social media again, your tree will just basically die. And you don't want that to happen.
I understand that sometimes we kind of have the feeling of unmotivated, especially during the pandemic of COVID-19. But what I usually do to always keep motivated and maximize my study time is that I always put something that motivates me on my phone screen. It can be in the form of my dream company or in a way that like a WAM that I want to achieve in a particular semester.